Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is John from Buff Since Birth. This is Folsom Field back there. Bam. So man, I love the Buffaloes. I love football and I love what's going on. If you have watched anything from the CU Buffaloes with Well Off or anyone else. They're doing a great job showing us what's going on. But listen, I grew up watching the Buffaloes, and I used to be like right there in that field before that was built. Like loving tailgates, and it was so great when I was a kid. And we didn't have the Champion Center, which is right there. We didn't have that. We actually walked up the stairs right there and went in there to Folsom Field. And they still have the same bathrooms, and they still have like the same field going on, and it's the same like champion field and everything. It's like my life, right? There are a lot of people out there like Harry. He said he's admittedly a buff since he's a what do they call bandwagon buff. Okay. And I'm a buff since birth. I mean, I've been watching the Buffaloes since I was a little kid. I went to Whittier Junior High, to Washington Junior High, to Casey Junior High, to Fairview High School in Boulder, Colorado. I acted at what they call the Boulder Dinner Theater since I was little. And my dad, we used to park at the Crossroads Mall at Montgomery Wards, walk all the way up to Folsom Field and watch the Buffaloes play. So like I've been there since the beginning. And I I love my Buffaloes, man. I am such a fan. I watch every year, and I always say, man, this year is going to be the year. And and honestly, for 20 years it hasn't been the year, but I still watched my Buffaloes lose quarter by quarter, point by point. And whatever, man, it's cool. But this year, I have more hope than any man probably ever could have, because I really truly believe that we're going to win this year. I really truly do. I think we're going to do well this year. I mean, you watch Terrell Owens do this face. We're going to win. I believe that. You watch Michael Irvin show up. We're going to win. You watch Terrell Suggs. Those people don't show up because they don't think we're going to kick some ass, right? You don't see those people do that unless we're really going to kick some ass. I truly believe we're going to kick some ass. I don't think we're going to win more than 6 games. I really don't. But we lost against Cal last year. Listen, my grandma could win against Cal, right? And we still rushed the field, and I cried because we won. And listen, if you don't know, you don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. And wow, I just love my Buffs. And it's in my heart, it's in my soul. I'm a Bronco fan, I'm an Avalanche fan. I cried when the Avalanche won. But the Buffaloes are my team. My dad started taking me to games when I was 5 years old. I love my Buffaloes. And I truly believe this year is the year, finally, that we are going to win. And I believe that in my heart, in soul. If they don't, I'll be there to tell you guys I was wrong. But I really think this year is going to be different. I really do. And I love them. And I will love them whether they win or lose. Every year I watch every quarter, whether, like last year, I watched every quarter of every game through the end, period. Whether they were winning or losing, I watched them through every corner or every quarter in every game because I care that much. But I truly, truly believe that they are different this year. Truly believe they are different. And for better or worse, I got their back. Period. Period. Like, I have Tyler Brown's back, man. That guy. Such a great guy, and he still believes, right? I believe in guys like Charlie Offredall. What a guy. Jeez, what a guy. I believe in I believe in Shadur Sanders. I believe in Travis Hunter. I believe in Coach Prime. I believe in Peggy. God, how can you not watch Coach Prime react with Peggy, who I've seen for years? I've watched her and her sister before her sister died for years. Years. 20 plus years. We've known those ladies. We love them. We've loved them since the beginning. And when I saw Coach Prime dance with Peggy, I cried because I get it. Because I used to own a glass shop in Boulder. And like, we did all the windows and storm windows around her house. Like, I know Peggy. I've met her and her sister doing windows around her house. I am so grateful that Prime is embracing Peggy and her and her sister and what that, like, those ladies emboss what Colorado is, right? And he has embraced that. And I mean, my heart is full from watching what Coach Prime has done for Colorado. And listen, hate them or love them, and love me or hate me, I don't care. But I love my Colorado Buffaloes. And my dad, me, my nephew went to Colorado. My brother lives Colorado. We've gone to many games. We used to go to Folsom Field right there. And we used to go and play in the stadium. We used to play football as kids in the stadium when they left it open. This is many years before they would do that now. But we used to play football. And listen, we were so out of shape that we had to use the 50-yard line in the end zone and half the field to play football as kids because we weren't in shape enough to use the whole field. But listen, we used to go sledding on the Colorado end zone, and we used to play football there, and we used to have so much fun in Colorado doing this stuff, man. It's such a, like, nobody else. I appreciate all the channels. John the Liquidator, David Talks Buffs, TPL, Harry B, my man, Cohen from Life and Football. I mean, there's so many channels that have supported me, and I have 13 subscribers at this point in August. But they all appreciate that I have been there and I've done that. And all of them have been so gracious to me, and I appreciate that. Chris with Alpine Sports probably doesn't like me, but that's okay. I appreciate him. Of course, Well Off Media and TPL Sports and all those guys are amazing. We get our content from there. But what's funny is we actually used to, um, so me and my friends actually tailgate right there where the field is. And when I first started going to games when I was little, like 10 years old, my dad knew the Williams family, that they donated the Williams Towers to Colorado. And we used to do tailgates there before they even built the indoor stadium. And listen, I've been there. I've been there, done that. And I've been to the Nebraska games and the Oklahoma games. I mean, we used to have T-shirts that said Oklahoma sucks, but Nebraska swallows T-shirts. I mean, I am all about the old school Nebraska thing, the old school Buffalo thing, and the old school Big 12 thing. I'm so glad we're going back there. But anyway, I am very appreciative to all the content providers that have been great to me. Um, I am an old school Colorado fan. I've been there since the beginning, and I love my Buffaloes, and I hope you do too. And I think they're actually going to be amazing against the TCU Horned Frogs, and I think they're going to come back and kill Nebraska. Obviously, beat CSU. My daughter was born in Fort Collins, so I'm a CSU fan, if I'm not a CU fan. And then they come to where I am living right now, which is Arizona. And I know they're going to USC, and then they're going to come to Arizona and play the Sun Devils, which my roommate and best friend is a Sun Devils fan. So that's going to be amazing and fun. But I think we're going to beat at least 5 out of 6 of those games, and I really think we're probably lose the rest of them. But I would love. Listen, we were 1-11 last year with a different team, and we got beat by many, 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 many points. But I still watched every game to the end because I love my Buffaloes. And here's the deal. I really think we're gonna go to a bowl game this year. Come on. Have you seen Travis Hunter? Have you seen Shadur Sanders? Have you seen what these guys can do? Come on, guys. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? Have you watched? Have you paid attention? I don't think so, because not because I listen, I'm in love with the team, but you watch those guys play and you're just like, holy shit, man. This is the real fucking deal. This is the real deal. Those guys are the real deal. They have the O-line, they have the defensive line, they have the secondary, they have the safeties, they have the quarterback, they have the, 2 players that can play both sides. Travis Hunter's special. That guy's special. Come on, guys. If you don't think that if you don't think they're not going to be good, then you're smoking what we here in Colorado call heaven, right? You're smoking something that I'm not, because I can't do drugs because I drive a big truck for a living. But, my God, every fucking year, I say maybe this year, every year for the last 20 years, every year, I go, maybe this year. I call my dad, who is 88, and who, I'm going to get emotional. Sorry. My dad, who is 88, who took me to games when I was little, who, I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. When I lived in Colorado about 4 years ago, I moved back to Colorado from Arizona because my daughter graduated high school here and college here and just moved on with her life. And I had a lot of friends ask me to come back to Colorado. I moved back to Colorado. And my one goal was to take my 80-year-old dad back to a game because he took me there since I was little. And I took my dad, who was at the time 80, probably 83 or 84. He's 88 now and just went through open heart surgery and is doing great. My dad at that time was probably 83, 84, and he hadn't been to a game for 20 years. And we actually made it on TV, which is crazy, but I took my dad and my nephew who went to University of Colorado, and my dad was there, and I took my dad and my nephew Gage to a game that I got tickets for because I'm a veteran, and I got tickets through VetTix. If you're not a veteran, check out VetTix. But I took my dad and my nephew to a game, and my dad hadn't been for years. For years, and that was my one goal before he died, and he's made it past that. But the one thing I wanted to do is take my dad to a game, and I took my 80, probably 83, 84-year-old dad to a game with my nephew, and it was the best time of our life, even though we lost. I remember my dad. If I don't know if you've seen it, I'll try to post it later. But my dad and Cage and I were in the front row, and the camera turned us. It was the USC game, and one of the USC players had completely blindsided Montez, and it was a bullshit play. They like it was so bullshit. You know, it was such a bad play, and my dad. The camera hits me, my dad, and my nephew, and you can see my dad literally going bullshit on TV, and I'm like, "That's your 10 minutes of fame, Dad. You got to be on TV, man. You got to enjoy being on TV saying bullshit. Fucking amazing." But that is what Colorado means to me, my dad, and my nephew. My dad has. I remember my dad throwing stuff at the TV. Like we got a rubber brick for my dad, so when he threw it at the TV, he wouldn't break it. Because my dad, we were watching Colorado football when before Bill McCartney, you know, like the I can't remember his name because I can't because I'm old, but I went to high school with Christy McCartney, Bill McCartney's daughter, and like my dad delivered mail to the McCartney family. Like I modeled with Lynn McCartney. I've been part of the family. Like I don't know him that well, but I was able to at least have that much time with him. But my point is that I love the Buffaloes, and I have been a part of the Buffaloes my whole life. We used to go watch Ralphie at Hidden Valley Ranch or whatever. I can't remember what it was called. It was something like that back in the day. But we used to go watch Ralphie, and now they won't even let them know where Ralphie is because of her safety. But we used to go there as a kid and see Ralphie, and it was amazing. Best mascot in college football, in my opinion, but whatever. But I've been rambling. I apologize, but I'm ready for college football. I'm ready for TCU. I'm ready for Nebraska. That's just, if we don't beat TCU, as long as we're close, whatever, I want to see them play and beat Nebraska, period. After that, CSU, whatever. I love CSU Rams. I have friends in Fort Collins. I have a friend who is on the board up there for business. I mean, my daughter was born in Fort Collins, so I've always been a CSU Rams fan other than playing CU. And I've been in Arizona since 1999. I've been to many, 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 many ASU games, and I'm a Sun Devil fan. Go Devils. Unless they're playing CU. Because CU is my love. CU is my love, my heart, my soul, my love. And I hope it is yours too. Whether you just started watching CU or you're just listening to this now. CU is special. It's a beautiful place, and I wish I could live there, but I can't afford to. I mean, I'd rather be there than Arizona, but I can't afford to live too. But look at this. Listen, come on. Most beautiful campus in the world. Boulder, Colorado was actually, I looked at a Time magazine article, and Boulder, Colorado was voted the most beautiful city in the world by Time magazine, not in the country, but the world, behind Zurich, Switzerland. And I have to agree to him. I've been to 17 different countries. I've been to Australia. I've been to Thailand. I've been to Indonesia. I've been to China. I've been to the Philippines. I've been to Guam. I've been to Victoria, British Columbia. I've been to Santiago, Chile. I've been to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. I've been around the Horn of South America, and I've seen the world. And even though I'm a little tiny bit biased, Boulder, Colorado is for sure the most beautiful place in the country. And unless you've been there, you may not agree. But it's like everybody else that sees the Flatirons. My high school is at the foot of the second Flatirons, and our library overlooked the Flatiron Mountains. And those are the mountains that you see in Coach Prime's videos. And I remember driving up to school at Fairview, and the sun would be coming up over the Flatirons, and there would be snow on the Flatirons, and they would be the most beautiful pink and orange colors showing up on the snow of the Flatirons. And it was never, I mean, I was young, but it was still never lost on me how incredibly gorgeous that scene was. And yeah, most beautiful place in the world. And I think Coach Prime and the players have seen that. I miss Tyler Brown. I think he got screwed. I think Chance Main understood he wasn't going to play. I understand it, but he's missing out, in my opinion, on Montana Lamorius Craig. I think he's missing out. I think that a lot of these guys don't quite understand the prime effect and what that could do for them, but I understand that you're trying to do something for yourself. But I will tell you that I think that Colorado is going to be special this year and next year, even if they don't meet most people's expectations this year. I think they're going to be amazing. I think next year is going to be lights out. I don't think we even, like, next year is stupid. I can't even imagine next year. But this year is going to be special, and I don't think people really realize how incredibly special it's going to be. But I do. I do. I do. Every year, man. Every year. Every fucking year for the last 20 years, I've been like, man, this is the year. This is the year. But, ladies and gentlemen, I promise you, this is the year. This is 100% the year. I bet my life on it. See you later, man. Thanks for listening to me rant. All 15 of my subscribers. Hopefully it gets better, but man, this is a year. Thanks for playing. Laters. Go Buffs. No. Excuse me. Let's go Buffs.